invest in kingdom bitcoins. Invest in kingdom bitcoins. You know what? Investing is a wonderful thing to do. And this morning I want to talk about how do you invest in a and get a great return by investing in kingdom bitcoins. Good morning, everybody. How's everybody on this morning? Happy Monday morning. Happy Monday morning. I mean, today is the first day of the grind. First day of the grind, and thankful and grateful to be here on this morning. Ramona, Anna, how are you all doing on this morning? Anitra, Verena, Tally, how are you on this morning, man? It is really good to see everybody. And you know what? How many of you watched the game yesterday? Man, what exciting football it was yesterday. Put it in the chat area. Did your team win yesterday? Did your team win yesterday? Who were you rooting for yesterday? Were you going for the Rams? Were you going for the 49ers? Were you going for Kansas City? Were you going for Cincinnati? Did your team win? And is your team going to win in the Super Bowl? Who are you going for in the Super Bowl? Put that in the chat area. Just kind of want to check in on the Manna fam and see where you all are football wise. Well, some of you all might not even be football fans. I am a football fan. Love some football. Love some basketball as well. So the Bengals, okay, the Bengals. Joel said you didn't watch it. None of my teams won. Yeah. Yeah. Well, if you were like me, you're a Cowboy fan. Well, but I always tell people I'm a Cowboy fan. I like them. I don't love them because they will break your heart. Yes, they will. So, but at any rate, want to talk about this morning. The text to talk and the takeaway, 5 minutes or less. We're going to deal with kingdom bitcoins. Kingdom bitcoins. If you invest, do you have mutual funds, stocks? Do you own property? Are you familiar with investing at all? Do you have a savings account? No matter the situation, no matter whether you do at whatever level, there is a Bitcoin or digital currency or currency that is tied to various commodities and tied to various things in which you can then invest and then get a great return on, but it's very risky. Well, this morning I want to talk about how you make kingdom investments and kingdom bitcoins. What is a kingdom bitcoin? Here is Jeremiah 32 and 9. I ministered this on yesterday. I just got to continue that thought. Couldn't get it all out of me on yesterday, so I just want to share some more today. Jeremiah 32:9 says, "So I bought the field." I bought the field. And if you remember, or let me just tell you, the context of the text is that Jeremiah's in jail. He prays and he is wondering whether or not he should buy some property, though he's in jail. His cousin comes to him as it was revealed to him in his prayer time that he should buy some property to keep it in the family. It is extremely risky because Jerusalem is under siege and the property is going to lose its value overnight because Babylonians are going to come in and take over. Why in the world would he take this step and invest? Because it's kingdom bitcoins. Kingdom bitcoins is different than the currency that you're buying now. The first thing I want to share with you is this. When you are operating in the kingdom, feel free to take the risk. When you are operating in the kingdom, when you are doing the things of God, when you are carrying out the things of God, when you know without a shadow of a doubt, this is what God has called me to do, I cannot be moved or shaken from it, then take the risk. Take the risk. It's a risk. The second thing is talk to God. Talk to God. Perhaps maybe even that's the first thing. When you take the risk, you got to talk to God. I have found that when you are in constant communication, what does the word tell us? It says we should always pray and not cease. continually praying. Jesus said of the woman who was dealing with the unjust judge that she was persistent. She asked, she sought, and she knocked. That is what it requires in our constant walk with God. You don't have to worry about whether or not you know his voice when you're constantly hearing it and talking to him. His sheep know his voice. But if you're not in a good conversation with him, you won't recognize it when he does speak. So take the risk, because you talk to God when you're making kingdom investments with your Bitcoins. And then here's the third thing: tally what you spend. Count the cost. Count the cost. When you are going forward to do the things of God, understand something. What you put in, you're going to get double out, triple out, 100% out. I'm not trying to coerce you or tell you something that's not true. The word says it. He says, Jesus said this of the disciples after Jesus told them of the young rich ruler, that it is harder for a rich person to get into heaven than a camel to get through the eye of a needle. And what he was saying is this: when you trust your stuff and not trust God, it's difficult. But when you trust God, because Peter raised the question at the end, well, we've left everything to follow you. What does that mean? And Jesus told him, nobody that has left their brothers, sisters, mothers, or fathers, and all that they have, that they won't get 30, 60, 100-fold on the earth now and in heaven. So you are tally what you spend, because you're going to get a return on it. What's your takeaway this morning? Your takeaway is this: trust God. He has your back. Trust God. God's got your back. The Lord be with you today. May his face shine upon you and give you peace. I'll see you tomorrow morning with more Morning Manna, and I hope your team wins the Super Bowl, whatever team that is, Rams or Cincinnati. I can't even remember them. The Bengals. God bless you. See you tomorrow morning. Share the manna. Don't keep it to yourself. Bye now.